Mamata, can you help me if the screen is visible?
Yes, I can see. Guys, you can type in your response and confirm. Yes. Thanks, Bhavna. Thanks to sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So this is the community impact the Agile way is the topic that we are having today. Um, Nirman is a non-profit organization, as I mentioned to you all. We have founded this in the year of 2005. We got inspired from Abdul Kalam ji for the vision of developed India 2020. That is our India, while rich getting richer and poor getting poorer. We definitely felt the need for removing the illiteracy and poverty in this country. And it so happened while we are studying at our college and our university that we started teach 1 hour per day for the nation and donate save 1 rupee per day for the nation. So 10 of us initially started this movement in Bits Pilani in our university, and we started teaching our rickshawalas and mesbayas and their children. So one of the rickshawala, Kashiram Kaji, has suddenly stopped coming along with the girl child who is an eighth grader. Then it is the time that we felt um, because of the connection, emotional connection, we went outside the campus into the rural Rajasthan to the house of Kashiram Kaji, only to realize that he is bedridden due to an accident, and the girl child has to drop out of the education, being an eighth grader, has to go along with mother for a daily wage. So that's when we realized that we are so privileged, and that's when we understood that there is still in India people drop out of education because of lack of money. So we have determined, we came back to the campus and raised a huge campaign around it for government schools, especially children. We said whatever it takes. So, and then 200 people joined our hands, and 30 rupees each every month. That is 1 rupee per day, 30 rupees per month. 200 is equal to 6,000 rupees. And also 100 teach 1 hour per day for the nation. So 100 hours per day. And that's how we started. 100 volunteers giving. So, of course, uh, our determination was to remove illiteracy and poverty. We have 3-point approach to for that. That is educate, employ, and give back. Our idea was help government school children, help them definitely stand on their own feet, complete their education through a job employment, etc., self-employment or entrepreneurship, and again connect back the children to the schools. So but there are two challenges, right? So the challenges is while many of the professors and everyone has encouraged, students have encouraged, there are also people who came and told, challenged about whether this will sustain, but we sustained for 17 years. And for 17 years from the 25 children, now we are teaching and helping 16 lakh children and youth and women and farmers across 18 states of India. This definitely and from 25 6,000 rupees a month to 140 crores of donations flowing through our platform to government schools, government hospitals and skill centers, and from one geography of Rajasthan, one village, to 18 states in India, and a few 10 volunteers to now we are 330 employees, and also over 1,000 volunteers who are devoting for this cause. So we are proudly saying, we are proudly would like to put on record that we are completely, from the last 5 years, we have been completely on Agile. Yes, Swami Vivekananda and Abdul Kalam are our inspiration. I spoke about this. I definitely spoke about this. It was when the governing board members, various people who are there. This is a team, very young team. I would like to mention that the Agile has definitely, as a non-profit, we definitely are not able to recruit or hire full-time people who are trained, experienced, like many of you, of decades of experience. For a young organization like us, this Agile has helped a lot. We work for the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, and these are the various programs which I spoke about, right? Education, livelihoods, and social leadership. So I would like to spend few seconds on few minutes on this, where the first pillar is education. In education, we have school adoption program, where we adopt government schools, 100 government schools we have adopted. So, and similarly, when a poor child goes to a government school majorly or low income private school is our theory. So, and then we establish computer labs called digital labs there, so that with internet and with a computer trainer, with power backup and with also all the necessary tools. And if a child gets struck because of lack of funds, we give scholarships and mentorship. We If a child lacks uh, clarity in career education, so then we do career guidance, and also we run a helpline similar to 108. And then coming to livelihood, if the child completes the education, we also run our own schools, own skill centers, where they go to Nirman skill centers for youth and women. And we train them on for 3 months on completely on the employability skills. And once they complete 3 months, we also show them the placements. And Threads of Hope is our brand, where the women whom we train on tailoring, etc., they prepare bags, beautiful laptop bags and sling bags, etc. And for rural government schools, we also have sustainable agriculture. So many of the youth enter into organic farming. We have a brand there as well. So um, yeah. So to help you understand uh, the scale at which we work, and why um, the processes or the framework or the approach of Agile is important for us to scale. We operate completely in um, volunteering fashion. So for the context transfer or knowledge transfer, or addressing complex problems like regular projects or floods or COVID, which I'll be showing you in detail, definitely Agile helped a lot. Yeah, I'm at school adoption program. This particular program, initially we started with one school. In one government school, we are able to increase the pass percentage from 18 percentage to 84 percentage, from 300 enrollments to 1200 enrollments in the government school. And also the children from the school also fared very well in sports. Nagaramani played in national volleyball. Deepa won English competitions, spoken English competitions, along with on par with the private schools. So that's when we started, and we expanded to 100 schools. Similarly, digital labs. This is a very, very important aspect which we'll be discussing after the presentation of the NGO presentation of the work we do, work presentation, on how Agile helped us to even expand our impact. So this digital labs, we started with one lab in Telangana by setting up a computer lab with a trainer, with a power backup, with internet, etc. And then we expanded. It's written 30, now we're at 45 labs. Even now, while I'm speaking, we came to Pune today to launch EPAM Nirman digital lab today. So we have scholarship program. When a child gets a hurdle of dropping out of education because of scholarship or mentoring support, we award many scholarships where individual people adopt one girl child, one boy, etc. Throughout the education. We, as I mentioned, this is the career guidance. We have our skill centers, and then women livelihood centers, Threads of Hope, sustainable farmers. We work with 10,000 plus farmers, and of course, volunteering. We have our student chapters in Bits Pilani, Goa, Pilani, Hyderabad, and a lot of volunteering. And even All India Service Officers and CCS officers work with us in volunteering. This is important. This is super important. We work in disaster relief. Disaster relief is a complex project, in business terminology or non-profit terminology. It's a very, very complex project because it goes through any disaster. Either you take 2009, we worked Karnataka floods. 2014, we worked Hudud cyclone, Vizag. We adopted 5 villages. Kerala floods, we have adopted 5 schools and we have made them back. COVID. So this 2020 and 2020 2020 we have both COVID wave 1 and Hyderabad floods, and then 2021 we have this COVID wave 2. Especially in these three aspects, we only really know how much the approach of Agile has helped us. So very happy to share. Definitely COVID response 1 and floods. We have helped 1,000 families with 10,000 rupees each in kind by doing a need assessment. But in COVID, we have set up 1,700 ICU beds in 105 government hospitals across India. We are recognized by government of Telangana, especially for the COVID work that we have done. We have brought in Microsoft, Wells Fargo, Qualcomm, Cognizant, Franklin Templeton, all these major corporations to set up 150 ICU beds in Telangana Institute of Medical Sciences, Gachibowli. In Nilofer, which is a mother and children hospital, we have set up 100-bed ICUs. And in Karnataka, our work is recognized by the Chief Minister. In Karnataka and Jharkhand, we have set up oxygen plants, COVID relief and rehabilitation. Hyderabad floods, this is what I have mentioned. We have been there. And we majorly work with a campaign called Give Back Champion, one school at a time, one village at a time. We have all our corporate partners and got good. Yeah. So basically the point I would like to drive before we go into the real Agile, we are at 8:19. So maybe few minutes more, by 8:25 or so we'll close on this Nirman work, what we do. So that becomes a case study of while we dissect where Agile has helped us, right? So I have to in detail show the COVID work. Let me give me a few seconds. Yeah, this is one real case study where in 120 days we set up 1,700 ICU beds across during the COVID, and we followed Agile every single day, 24/7 almost we have worked. And I'm Mamata, can you help me saying whether Nirman National Give Back Movement are you able to see or not?
Yes, Mayur, I can see. And
Okay,
I would request people also,
thank you.
couple of you to respond if it is visible to you. Yes, Bhavna is quick. Rupesh, thank you. Tushar. Yeah, Mayur, go ahead, please. It's visible.
Yeah. During COVID wave 2, we went to government hospitals where we worked, and we just wanted to check. We went with all the safety precautions of PPE kits, etc. But there we found out from a good, valuable feedback from the government hospitals that whatever ICU ventilators and equipment that we given during wave 1 are working super. So, and suddenly there was a hue and cry from a child. We happened to talk to the doctor. What happened? Right. So that's the time when um, around 35 deaths are happening. People are losing lives in Tims, and in Gandhi in Hyderabad, 100 lives are getting passing away every day. It's a peak of COVID. So that's when this child is completely crying, and that's when we went to the doctor and said what happened. So the child lost her mother, and we realized that it's not about the numbers 35 or 100 decreasing every day, but it's about every number is family. And we have determined that okay, let's do what we can in reverse, that will increase the number of ICU beds, because this particular mother has lost her life especially because of lack of ICU beds. And we went ahead and set up 150 ICU beds by making a detailed need assessment into the by wearing PPE kits into the hospital, and started putting social media press meets, and we have given an appeal to all the corporates with whom we are working. And let me show you this particular PPT, which we have another 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll quickly go through. Um, in Telangana, in entirely 33 districts, where we have done 31 districts need assessment. And first, initially, we started with Tim's and Nilofar, where the government hospitals in and around Hyderabad. Then we went to community health centers, Gadkesar. We have set up an ICU ward each. And in rural areas, we started setting up 30 lakhs each. We said, whoever comes, we will pull up crowd fund and we'll set up one ICU unit. Wherever the collectors say that, yes, we will run if you give the infrastructure, we'll run with our doctors. This is in Malkajgiri. There's a collaborative effort where EPAM, PEGA, and HICIA came together. And like this, 31 districts we have set up ICUs in government hospitals. In Andhra Pradesh, we have set up in all the 13 districts. Is Andhra Pradesh one of the ICU in Srikakulam, Parvatipuram, etc. And in Karnataka, similarly, in various government hospitals, we have set up. So, one hospital at a time. Here it is in Gulbarga, Raichur, Dharwad, Vijaypura. This is a super excellent case study where completely based out of our project management that we have done with Agile approach. This is in Udupi, Belgavi. Give me a second. We're 8:24, so as planned, we'll try to finish it off by 8:25 or 6. This is in Andhra Pradesh. For any of the Telugu people who have joined, this is in Rajamandri, Rajol, Amlapuram Area Hospital, Eluru, Jangareddy, Tadepalligudam. It continues, right? Every government hospital do the need assessment, convert a ward into ICUs, raise funds from corporates, NRIs, individual philanthropists, children. So this is one state where entire Andhra Pradesh we have covered. Great. So yeah, we are able to cover our work on time. So basically, what we are trying to showcase is our organization, the organization itself. It's a more movement we call it, but it itself has a it acted it agile approach has given us acted as a great weapon. uh, it has been 2018-17, that time frame where we approached uh, Nanda and this agile community. That we know, I got introduced to agile when I was at I should also tell about the story in bits planning. After graduating, went to Europe and worked in IBM for some time, and then after completing education loans, etc., quit and started devoting full time on an honorarium basis in this Nirman movement. We are based out of Madhapur as headquarters, but we operate in 18 states. Like this. So now it is a time where we had a conversation with Nanda and his set of agile coaches and trainers, and he asked, "What is your problem? So, what are your current challenges?" We told that we are a young organization, um, in fact, a movement. So we call ourselves as an organized movement, and we would like to. And many people, the opportunities in our hand are more than our strength. This is precisely what we have expressed to Nanda. Uh, and we told that we have huge aspirations. This is our life mission. So these are the projects that we are doing. At that time when we are doing with around 35, 40 corporates, and around 500 donors and 300 volunteers. That was the profile, and because the number of projects are increasing, we said we want to organize ourselves better, and we don't have any experience, and we can't hire also experienced people. So that's when the 2 day workshop happened. Yeah, I the 2 day workshop was given pro bono by this agile community. So when I was invited here, that's what I felt it's important. And in that workshop, we are clearly introduced to agile, and then we customized and we said we'll form a team of standard operating procedure and we will do it. So I would like now to share with you first um, how our team members felt, what are the basic things which we were experiencing. I will definitely tell you now. I've done a survey. The first thing that our team members felt is regarding the putting our vision into action. So Agile definitely gave us a framework to put our vision into action, because we are able to, even a volunteer, young volunteer, student volunteer, or a corporate volunteer, um, or our community workers, social workers, are able to break down things into manageable tasks, and it has definitely built up our confidence to achieve the targets that we have set, impact targets. And the thing is, in this vision to action category, we are able to um, talk about the big picture and annual goals of the organization. Many of the things that I tell you may look to be very, very simple things for many of the people who are practicing, and I don't know whether I'll be able to meet your expectations on how it helps in a business case study. But as the thing goes, agile journey in NGO, so I'll only present my honest and clear things of around 10 to 11 aspects in which this approach has helped us. So the first thing is that is vision into action, right? So as someone told, in when it really helped us in putting the um, big picture and annual goals of the organization very clearly to everyone. And organizing ourselves, we use this day plans and sprint plans. We converted into the stand up meetings and sprint weekly planning, and also weekly reflection. Every Friday planning for the next week, and Tuesday doing the reflection. And that has brought in a lot of clarity in terms of the goals. And also, now after this weekly planning and sprint planning, that is day planning, now after 3 years, we have started now putting into annual goals also into these plans, annual goals and quarterly epics. Initially we were very, very skeptical whether it will work or not in an NGO setup. In IT sector we know it works, but it worked wonders. Second important action after vision into action is alignment in to organization and team goals. So this daily, weekly, and quarterly things has helped all our community, our NGO community, to align to a common goals. That is brilliant. Every meeting there is an alignment method. By the way, we have customized so much these agile principles to our way of working. So we have introduced this alignment as well. So because as you know, in business setting, it is like almost like we have a uh, thank you, Bhavna. So in business setting, there are goals which trickle down into the bottom, right? So there are business goals, and they're clearly given. I remember at IBM, I used to be given PBC, personal business commitments, and they you need to be trickle down. But Here it is not like that. So even every there are two ways of team building, right? So there is a team building like a train where there's an engine and there is the bogies, and engine drives, senior leadership drives, and everyone will follow and it will happen. But here it's like a non-profit movement is like a wave. Only when every particle pushes itself towards a better society, towards our goals that we set up, only then with very less management, yeah, thank you, Tushar, um, for that beautiful comment. So, if unless every particle, that is, every team member pushes him or herself every day, this organized movement will not happen. So, Agile gave a framework for us. Agile gave a way to organize ourselves in the complex situations. That's what helped. So now I will move on to the third aspect after vision to action and alignment of organization and team goals. The third is productivity, consistency, and performance. So this velocity, we started writing our daily goals, and every day we added something like, let us target 100% velocity on a day basis and on also weekly basis. And we said, as a team, without targeting or blaming anyone, we said, as a team, please help team to achieve team velocity as 100%, and if not 80%, etc. So that gave a opportunity for every team member to complete every task, planning few tasks and do them really well. So that's what happened, and it definitely helped. So that's what my team is saying. I have after in the so it has helped them in doing it in a consistent manner, and it has helped them in their performance. That's what they said. And yeah, next important thing is regarding the fourth important thing that we have here is managing unplanned work. So gradually, yeah, Tushar, for us it is more uh, with approaching DODs with 100% velocity is more difficult for us, because there are a lot of unplanned works that come while we are in field, and when we are in government hospitals, government schools, time is not with us. Time is not with us. Like everything in a corporate setting, it's a bit easier because everything is happens in a controlled manner. But we deal with external stakeholders, so that brings more of so if Agile is not there, we would not have done this much of performance. That's why I'm telling you. In even the case study of setting up 1700 ICU beds in 105 government hospitals during COVID wave 2 peak, organizing in the mornings, we used to have NRI meetings at 7 a.m. in the morning, and then gradually flow into the meetings, go into the ground and set up a lot of things like this. No, unplanned work, managing unplanned work, we clearly know there are three things that will affect our 100% velocity. One, unplanned work. Unplanned work will come, and our donors will say something, our volunteers will say something, some ground level challenge will come. This unplanned work affects our 100% velocity. Number one. Number two, so we need to learn how to manage 100%, how to manage the unplanned work. Number two, dependencies and blockers. So each team member had dependencies or blockers on each other. Maybe because of they don't know each other or whatever. Sometimes the blockers are like that only, and we are not everyone is a planned one, right? So not everyone is a planned professional like all of you. So many of the people directly after graduation also directly enter into NGO sector without training. We can't afford to learning and development. So dependencies, managing dependencies and resolving blockers, we train them. We have a separate tracker of the blockers, and the Scrum Master daily focuses along with the team lead to resolve these blockers. So that is one. Third is, of course, if we are not able to maintain our physical and mental health, or there are some bad moods because of our personal things, then that also we identified that creates as a blocker for our 100% velocity. So these three things we started training everyone to know: how to manage unplanned work, how to clear off your dependencies or blockers with your team lead or team members, and number three, how to stay physically fit. So we started entering into marathons and running in the mornings, and I should also tell you on a lighter note, into dancing for the cause and running for the cause is something we started. If you go and see our Mayur Patnala or our Nirman, and you have a lot of dance reels as well in along with the cause promotions. So we started keeping that, and that is helping us a lot. And fifth one is managing unplanned work. Sixth one is teamwork. Sixth fundamental thing, we are at 8:38, so maybe we have 7 more minutes on explaining this. In 15 minutes, we'll have question and answers. So teamwork, yeah, teamwork. It definitely, you all know this. Teamwork, it encourages teamwork and team spirit, and coordination and cooperation are super. That it has helped a lot. The Scrum meetings, which we meet daily, and reinforcements that we started right every day, that has helped a lot in terms of coordination. For us, it is very, very important. In Zoom, we connect wherever we are. Multiple team members at multiple locations connect on Zoom and do this 15 minutes recorded Zoom meetings, and connect and share their blockers and go back. So yeah, more than corporates, it's essential for non-profits for having more coordination and communication. You can very well know. And of course, we also did a beautiful experiment which helped. That is, whenever this unplanned work or blockers are more, in order to achieve that 100 percentage or 90 percentage or whatever velocity, we even used to share the unplanned works or blockers wherever it is with others. So as a team, we succeed by managing the bandwidth wherever bandwidth is available. We used to. And of course, motivation, team member support is always there. Dependencies I already shared. Reflection builds intelligence. Wow, you would have been many decades of experience, all of you. So um, but our reflection format also we changed. I should definitely share. I don't know how exactly it is done. I really forgot how we got trained on reflection. But in reflection, not only on regular things, but everyone present there, how they have done, each one of us present, and remaining all people appreciate and also give feedback to us. So I share my stories and what I have done, and I also tell how I am feeling, what are the positives and areas of improvement. And no, Rakesh, I'm not presenting any PPT. I'm just sharing one after one. Thank you. So, and that has built, I have observed different people. In corporates, it's different, right? When you build a team, they're of similar um, graduation, that similar experience, like that people work. But here we work with multiple experiences. There is a Vikram who worked in IIT and came full time with us. There is a one person who is working in the community, still not able to even open a computer and do it. And all these people together will work of different graduations, education qualifications, different experience. People come together to work. So in that team environment, the reflection that we did build beautiful relationship between the team members. I have literally witnessed how the conflicts, many of the conflicts which used to be there before, because of different leadership styles, etc., completely got resolved. And they, each one of them, after the reflection that we do on every Tuesday about the last 1 week, and after every quarter that we do a reflection on each one of us presenting clearly, and then everyone giving feedback, that has helped a lot. So that built intelligence also for us, and also build coordination. Of course, time management. Next is time management, effective time management, planning exact hours for the week. Yeah, what we observed is, you very well know that in non-profits like Nirman, we don't give name, we don't give power, we don't give Vijay Lakshmi. We are not having any PPT right now. Yeah. So so we need to drive with inspiring vision, being on the ground. So what used to happen is, people are, yeah. So Bhavana, what we have done is, we have taken an Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet, we started writing each of the team member on a rows, and then here we started writing positives and areas of improvements. First, the person who himself presents the reflection on him or herself will write those, and then remaining people also take 1 minute to write those, what they felt about, for example, myself and they felt about my work. We used to document. We are documenting in an Excel sheet, and then a friendly reflection happens verbally as well. And intelligence is how much work we can do, how much work we can take next, what are the hurdles that may come, etc. So that's how yeah. Tushar, I'll take this soon. This particular, I'll start my question and answers with your question, and then this intelligence has helped a lot. Yeah. One important point. So in our team, what we have observed is there are three kinds of people. The people who plan something and they achieve something and they're happy. There are people, they plan something, they achieve better only, but they think that they have achieved less and they are dissatisfied. Some people, they do better, um, they do better work, but they feel inferior. Some people, they do less work, but they feel that they have done well. So that aspect in team management, you have been project managers and senior leaders, many of you would have been there, you know what I'm talking about. So Saudamini says she's not able to hear. Hope I am audible, Mamata.
Yes, yes, Mayur, you're audible.
Okay, no
And
problem.
Vijaya, can you also please confirm?
Yes, I'm able to hear. Let me talk to Sir Damling. You can continue, Mayur.
Yeah, I have just six more aspects. That is communication, prioritization, planning skills. So communication, of course, it has helped in communication. Prioritization is like, it has helped us super in the agile method. So because see, business has clear priorities. Where there is money, where there is their scope, they're very clear. But in our non-profit, everyone comes with passion to contribute to the society, and it becomes difficult to say no, this is not falling under the business, you cannot do this. But because of the prioritization aspect which is there in our team SOPs, that is, we are able to discuss, negotiate, and take them along, still prioritize. Prioritization has helped a lot. And then comes leadership development through rotational leadership. Scrum Masters, 13 weeks, we have met sprint as 1 week, and 13 weeks, say for example, 6 members are there. Each we have customized this aspect. I don't know whether to do it or not. We have done it and it has worked. So just take this as an experiment. I don't know whether it should be followed in or not, but it worked. Results super for us because every week we have one Scrum Master in a team. If there are 6 people in 13 weeks, and it rotates, keeps rotating. Some of our people are not speakers. They don't they speak less and they own the team less. Some people do it well, but after introducing this rotational leadership, we got excellent results in terms of every team member understanding that I have to lead the team once, and how I need to behave as a team member, they got introduced to. And now we're at 8:46. I have to complete quickly. I have 4 more things. So leadership development, I already told you. Peer learning. Peer learning is super. Peer learning, no perspective class, no perspectives clash with this rotation. Okay, I'll take it, Bhavana, while doing it. Question and answers. Yours and Tushar's. Peer learning. Peer learning, nothing like it. Ours is like knowledge sharing. So initially, the transparency, yeah, transparency. First of all, transparency has come in everyone's work. So mutual trust also increased. For us, it helped a lot. And peer learning, of course, many of the newcomers. Sometimes in our non-profit also, we have observed that some of the people don't want to tell others. But when we had this type of joint strategy development, etc., it worked. And project management is seamless. Project management has become inherent without much reviews, because here you, as a manager, you can't say that if you don't do this, this will happen, etc., right? So Project management is super in us, and I told you, and team monitoring has become easier. See, here in non-profits, you can't, in volunteering communities, you know that we can't use the word monitoring itself and do something like that, right? So finally, I would like to show you something and close the session. Recently, we have done a joint session on the fundraising. Oh, I need to show this to you. So this is the joint session on fundraising. This is the peer learning that I spoke about. So we have built 35 different strategies, 35 different strategies overall, which we are going to implement in this next 1 year. Fundraising from existing donors, corporate with action plan, strengthening the program design, etc. Nirman USA, HICIA partnership, BITS planning partnership, like this. We have done a joint brainstorming and we have identified these goals, which are entered as 35 strategies, and each strategy going into multiple sets of actions, a sequence of actions through which we achieve that. These are going into our quarterly epics and weekly stories and daily tasks, basically. And I should also show you our intranet that we have developed for Nirman, where we have the complete sprint. Here I'm not able to show. And thank you. I think we have 10 minutes for our question answers. Please do visit our website. It has the complete plan. Yeah, thank you. So we'll go for questions. I have Tushar's question, which hi Nanda, thank you so much for joining in, and
Yeah, I
I
have
was
been
just
listening. I have
sharing.
been listening.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I
I'm
have
also excited
Tushar's
to
question.
see
So
how far you guys have gone since we talked last time. I was very curious
it
to
it
know.
it it, it went. I was just expressing with them that um, I showed the case study also. 105 government hospitals we have set up 17 and ICUs in mid of COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm missing Tushar. Your question. Can you please? Yeah, okay. Of course, for all this, there ought to be lots of people involved. So, did you go with a scaled agile framework? If yes, how did you do it? I don't know. We definitely had principles from Nanda sir, and we just
I'll tell
utilized.
you.
And one fine day, I called Nanda sir and asked, "Sir, there is a tool like this, and that we have designed, we have explored, and they are asking for some pricing, etc. We are ready to buy it. What do you suggest? Which tool do you suggest?" He said, "Don't purchase anything, go for Excel." And till now, all the 4 years we are working on Excel, and it has worked so well. So, sir,
Okay, so
I will pass this question to you. What is the scaled agile framework? You should only answer, sir. I don't know.
yeah, there is no framework. See, I think what these guys did is the self management. So these are very self managing teams. There is no to scale the agility. They actually descale the organization so that every unit is like on its own, independent and autonomous, and they know what to do. They all know the vision, and everybody just form into small team, go and pick up a some kind of initiative, and they just do it. There is no like a framework which is really implemented here. It's all based on the self management. It's definitely there are lots of principles around self managing organizations, and Nirman is one of them. Like Dabbawalas of Mumbai is, I quote another one, which is like 5,000 Dabbawalas just deliver 2 lakh dabbas from home to office and office to home with Six Sigma compliant with 50 coordinators and 0 managers. So, and also Mayur, you have question. I have a question for you. So, are your managers and leads, your hierarchy, whatever hierarchy you have, is it for control or is it for convenience?
Okay, so basically, we designed on principle, the same principle that uh, we will not be having managers at all. So it's only to facilitate and to organize. But for your question, control or convenience, it's convenience, sir. It's not for control, because as I told previously, two ways of building teams. One is building a team like engine and bogies, and one is like wave. So every particle pushing itself. So in that manner, we facilitated. So managers or team leads, we call them, they're all only facilitators. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's exactly. This is how they scale. Once you started adding hierarchies, that's done. Right? It is going to be huge overhead, and I don't think that Nirman can really afford that kind of huge overhead of having managers and too much of hierarchies, because everybody is an individual contributor, I guess. So direct contribution by everyone. So everybody is a leader model rather than leader follower model. That means, as he said, like they have different scrum masters. Everybody is a scrum master, everybody is a leader. So that's a leader model rather than leader follower model. There is nothing like a one like assigned leader. Everybody lead everybody all the time. So that is the model. Where then when he said, he explained that is a wave, right? That's what the wave is formed, like leader model. How big is the organization now, Mayur? How many people?
Sir, from the time it was when I expressed and when you gave coaching, it's 75. Now it's 335 full time plus 700 volunteers.
And can you imagine 300 some employees and volunteers? Or how many? 7,000? How many people you said? Volunteers?
700 volunteers.
700 volunteers.
330 full time employees and 700 volunteers.
Can you imagine that kind of organization running at his full force without wasting any no overheads? Everybody is 100% utilizing their time in a value add rather than just doing
Sir,
reports
I should
and
also report it out that there are 1,000. For example, if you take this quarter of July, August, and September, there are 1,000 volunteering events which are being managed, sir, with a schedule that was released. So 1,000 in number total.
and how much is work, like a management overhead if you try to manage that?
We haven't exactly quantified that, but what we have done is we have named these people similar to army as these facilitators as captains, Nirman captains. We have 20 such captains. Yeah, that's it.
But I'm
Who
assuming that's a
actually
very
who actually facilitate this team SOP and the entire thing for almost 10 to 15 each lieutenants. So this captain facilitates 10 to 15 each lieutenants team. Yeah.
yeah.
And these lieutenants again hold the volunteers. So it's a three tier thing which are facilitators majorly.
Yeah. So the leaders are facilitators. Leaders are a control mechanism. Here, the leaders are facilitators and coordinators and mentors, right? Rather than anything else, right? Which is not how work in a traditional organizations. So I can see that excitement in your face as you're presenting, Mayur. So yeah, if anybody has any
No, I
questions,
should also tell this.
There was one more
Yeah,
question,
Bhavana had one.
and there was one from another question
Have
from
you handled
Tushar.
any crowdfunding?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mayur, go
Mamta.
ahead.
What is the question? If you can.
Yeah,
Bhavana
you can
has
respond to Bhavna as
asked
well.
one question. No perspectives clash with this rotation. So, no. Initially, they have come, but gradually it got settled. Before, that's what I was sharing. Before 2018, before that Scrum workshop happened by Nanda sir, definitely we had issues in how to handle different experienced people, different education qualifications. One person is from IIT, one person is just a graduate, not even a graduate. So that much of intellectual and different perspectives. But once this rotation is done, everyone started respecting each other's and also reflection. So Bhavana, so that's what happened. And you also asked one more question: have you handled any crowdfunding? Yeah, of course, it's a major crowdfunding effort that we have done. Every project has a super crowdfunding effort that happens. I will show you right away one crowdfunding that is happening on our website. If you see here, Yeah. This is Assam floods is a crowdfunding, and also support for Indu. She has a brain cancer, a bone cancer. 2 lakhs we are raising. It has been 24 hours, 36 hours. So multiple people come together to are supporting Hindu in this way. So yeah, there is.
And also, I would like to quickly add that when I really taught these guys, um, it is like the people from rural background. I have seen the women from rural background who don't understand the big jargon. I taught them in Telugu, actually, so they perfectly understand what self-organization is, because they don't have any ulterior motives. All they want is serve, right? So because of that, everything works just fine, right? There is no organizational hierarchical baggage and all that stuff here. So that's what the most beautiful thing. So, so Vijaya, maybe I want you to wrap up and the session, because it's time for the other sessions.
Yes, Nanda. Um, Team, I think Mayur has answered a lot of your questions. If there are any more, please let them coming. We can get it answered from Mayur later on. Thanks, Mayur. Thanks for a wonderful session. It was really inspiring to know your organization and learn how you have adopted Agile and how it helped you scale through from 75 to 300. It's a wonderful journey, and we wish you all the very best. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your time. And thank you, Mayur, once again.
Thank you, Vijaya.
All right, Mayur, I'll catch you later. I would definitely love to talk to you further on how things are going with you. So I'll catch you sometime.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.